So calculate SMI here, and we'll say self and series. Okay, and then we'll say H12 equals series dot high plus series dot low, and then we'll divide that by 2, and then we'll say H12 df equals PD dot data frame, pass in H12, and this will be essentially, oh, be good. So let's go ahead and say H12 smooth equals H12 df dot rolling window equals self dot SMI period dot mean. See, the AI is still running down here. See, it's outputted that back test. Outputted that back test. So 2 back tests so far. Okay, pretty solid, pretty solid. Just making sure it's not getting stuck. So we'll pass in the mean, and we'll get the values, the mean values dot flatten. And let's get up to 20 likes here, and I will show you absolutely everything, as many strategies as I possibly can here in 1 hour times H12. So this is the process of doing it by hand, but we're having the AI also do it for us, which is nice. Smooth. Okay. And then we want to convert Stoke to DF to use rolling mean. So we'll say Stoke DF equals PD dot data frame, pass in Stoke, and then we'll say SMI equals Stoke DF dot rolling, and window equals self dot signal period dot mean, and then we'll get the values, and then we'll also flatten it. Dot values dot flatten. And don't worry, I will explain all of this code a little more in depth after this. And we'll say return Stoke and SMI. I want to get these down to the videos actually. So let's go ahead and get this AI to start watching those videos, because those are the ones I'm really curious about. You know, it's okay, since everybody can go ahead and have, I guess everybody can't, but you could go ahead and put these into ChatGPT kind of. The ChatGPT can't do this. They can't watch these videos. So that's like, I like the edge there. So I'm going to have it jump on to the videos and start with video 1. So this AI essentially does the RBI process for me, which is how we automate our trading step by step. We research strategies and then backtest strategies to see if they worked in the past. So we have this AI going down here that is watching YouTube videos that talk about strategies, and then it figures out what that strategy is, and then it goes ahead and codes a backtest, kind of like the backtest I'm coding up here, but it does it in seconds while we do it, and you know, it takes us time. So then we have to set up our next statement. Our next statement is the thing that is run every bar. So next.self, and then we calculate calc SMI values, and then Stoke fast SMI fast equals self.calculate SMI. Then we'll pass in the self.data. Okay, and then we have to figure out the long entry. So long entry will simply be if SMI fast is in the last SMI fast, is it bigger than -40? If it is, then we're gonna just buy. So self.buy, buy that all up, buy it all up, buy it all up here. And then we're gonna go ahead and say, what about a short condition? Well, short condition equals elif SMA fast -1, it's under 40, SMI fast, sorry. can see our AI just outputted a new strat down below, so we got more that we can go through. Self.cell. Okay, and then we need to set up all our data and stuff. So let's go ahead and say load data and say data equals. Let's go ahead and get some data here. I'm just gonna use some of my other data. I've got plenty. So there's the hourly, 15-minute. Let's get some 15-minute here. Copy path. And go back to SMI. You can see we just outputted another backtest. So every single minute or two, it's coding out backtest, which is awesome. Awesome, pd.read CSV. Pass that in. And then I think we actually need to make a couple updates to that. So let's go. Where did I get that from? I think it was a capitulation trade here. So let's go check out how we did this. Because there's a bunch of stuff here you can see. Data. Okay. I like using past stuff because I'm lazy. So data equals that, and this will be data path. Okay. We'll parse dates. Index column. We dropped the last column. This looks pretty solid to me. And then we want to go ahead and say backtest. This is where we actually do the backtest. BT equals backtest. Pass in the data. Pass in the SMI N5. Pass in the